What's up, guys? Brandon from Awaken Instincts, back again with a new deck profile for you guys, featuring my buddy Derrick here, who happened to go top 16 this weekend.
Yep.
What'd you play for us, Derrick?
Well, I played the one Soul Striker that made top 16.
Excellent.
And honestly, it was not even going to be my first choice.
Yeah.
Decided to play it because a teammate of ours, unfortunately, messed up his flight.
Oh, no.
He's scheduled for in April 25th, so he's probably still going to go there down in Miami that time. But I was originally going to play U7 Goku, but
Yeah.
he pretty much messaged us frantically in the middle of the night, if you want to top play this.
Yeah. And he wasn't wrong, right?
He wasn't wrong, no. I wound up finishing 11th
Awesome.
overall. Basically, out of the 8 rounds that they did at the event, I lost my first round and my last round.
Wow.
First round was a very painful loss because I did not get what I needed at all.
Yeah.
And then the final round, I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But pretty much first round, I went up against U7 Goku. Lost
Okay.
that because I could not get a multicolored energy. Second round and third round were both Wish Zamasu decks, which were very easy to take care of. Nothing
Yeah.
really there. Then the next two were Xeno Trunks decks, which
Really?
it was weird how it went, but it was like Zamasu, Trunks.
Wow.
And pretty much played out the same way. It was just basically they got the Trunks out. I'm like, okay, I did my thing to mitigate all that. Round 6 was a Red Gohan deck.
Really? Red Gohan. Oh, you're talking to the combo one, right?
The combo Gohan.
Okay.
Yeah. That one was a bit difficult. My toughest matchup was the one after that. That was the Android 21 deck.
Really?
That made top as well. I beat him by the skin of my teeth.
Wow.
After he Android 17-18 me with 4 attacks.
Wow.
Ripping 8 cards out of my hand into my life.
Yeah, that seems like a lot to deal with.
And then my final round, I lost to Devin Buttersworth with the King Cole deck.
Shout out Devin Buttersworth.
Yep. He sided against blue for discard, and he basically sniped every card that I needed out of my hand perfectly.
Oh, that is painful.
I think he could see the reflection of the cards in my eyes. The deck, it's Soul Striker.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see your take on it. What colors are you playing in your list?
Well, for the colors that I'm playing in my list, it's going to be blue, yellow.
All right.
I think it's still very powerful. I never really messed around with like the red, blue version of it with like the Invoker stuff.
Gotcha.
But I think blue, yellow is very strong. It's very typical. There's not a whole lot of surprises in here.
Yeah.
On swing, you either get to untap 1 mono blue or draw a card. You're always drawing a card.
Yeah.
Because most time your round 1 or your turn 1, you are going to be charging multicolored energy.
Yeah.
On Awaken, you draw 2, and then basically every swing you draw 1, untap 2 mono blue.
Yep.
And at the end of your turn, you can restand your Unison.
Clean.
Which a lot of people don't remember to do that unless if they're playing Boo, because that just automatically does it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But for the main deck, with the 1 drops, I play only 2.
All right.
East Kai Keeping Watch.
So 2 of the East Kai.
Yes, this is basically for any matchups that people play on your turn.
Yeah.
You just dunk a card.
Because this hits anything they play on your turn, right?
Anything.
Yeah, that's very clean.
Topos, Friezas, Gokus, any of the King Piccolo stuff. Which during top 16, that was my first round against Rios, which he just got board presence way too quick on me.
Yeah.
I could not withstand it. Moving to the 2 drops. 3 of the Goku Black Unforeseen Darkness.
Very nice.
Tap 2 blue at the end of your turn. Draw 2, discard 1, untap 1 blue or yellow energy. 15k body on the board. It's very strong.
Nice.
If I swing and they try to kill it, I don't care. It's already did its effect and got an attack off.
For sure. And it gets you your yellow energy too, which seems pretty nice.
Correct. It gets the yellow energy up. The card that, also very good in this format right now.
Yeah, if you're running blue-yellow, you got to run this, right?
Yep, Zamasu the Eliminator. I wish... It's still not as broken as it used to be, but I kind of wish it was.
That card was busted before it got eroded.
But for the most part, this was a very defensive tool on most everything for the second effect, where it just taps something and draws a card.
Yeah.
But the counterplay, anything 4 or less, goes right back to the opponent's hand.
Yep.
2 costs, 1 blue, 1 yellow, very strong, indestructible. The worst thing, though, is going up against red, and they're playing the Vegeta counterplay, because the counterplay will still go off, I believe, but the other effects will not.
Yeah,
which
correct.
is
You won't get
unfortunate.
the draw and the tap if they Vegeta. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Speaking of drawing,
Gotta have the draws.
you gotta have the draw monkeys.
All right.
Tap two, draw two with Soul Striker. Pretty much turn 3 and 4.
Yeah.
It's just insanely busted.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a good staple.
Like against the Red Gohan deck, within 3 turns, I plus like all 8 of these, and he's just looking at me like I'm insane. Like, no, I need cards against you. You combo a lot. The next last 2 drop is the Super Combo.
Very
Decided
nice.
to go with this and not a split of the Zeno or even the Zamasu.
Interesting.
Just because I wanted more cards in my hand, more recycling.
Gotcha.
Extremely good. Most times by turn, end of turn 2, going into turn 3, I'm at 4 life.
Yeah.
With how the format is right now. So even if I did not awaken, I have this in my hand, I can get up to 20 easily and go from there.
Cool.
Going to the 3 drop. The only 3 drop that I have is the Vegeta, the Interceptor.
Ooh, this is a new card. What does this card do?
So it's a counter, which you never really use, but on
Okay.
play, this thing dunks 2 items to the bottom of their owner's deck, and it
Very cool.
any level. I'm just not ignoring barrier, unfortunately. And it's a 20k dual attacker.
Yeah, it's still really clean, especially when you're untapping 2 with your leader.
Yeah. I'll tell you the truth, I hardly use this card.
Really?
It never really came up. Really, only time it did was during the Xeno Trunks plays.
Gotcha.
Because he would play it, and then when that card's removed from the field, it's removed from the game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even go to the bottom of their deck to recycle the resources. But still a very strong card. I usually side it out 1 of these each game.
Gotcha.
For the most part, except for Rios, which I tried to get it, but I just could not get any board presence.
Gotcha.
Bringing me to my 4 drops. Play 2 Abuni and 2 Goku Black.
Very nice.
Pretty much, depending on what play I want to do, either go aggressive or go defensive.
Yeah.
The Goku Black here, the Apocal Schemer, will summon out 4 clone tokens, and they'll all have blocker until the end of your opponent's next turn. So you can either do one of 2 things, because this thing has deflect, it's always going to be hitting.
Wow.
And then at the end of the turn, you untap a blue-yellow energy. So you either swing because it's 20k double strike and you combo all the tokens.
Yeah.
Or you swing with it, keep your tokens for defense.
It's very versatile.
Or you go with the Abuni, classic play.
Yeah,
get
everybody
3,
remembers Abuni.
Yeah, 3 of the after image tokens, all 15k beaters.
Very cool.
So with the 15ks are more likely to attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then its effect, reveal the top card of your opponent's deck if it's a battle card.
Get the energy untapped.
Get the energy
if you get lucky.
untapped at the end.
Yeah.
And for most of the matchups, I would side, mostly the Abuni's out. I felt like the Goku Black was just a better pick.
Yeah, I can see it.
Certain matchups I did keep the Abuni's in, and they really did help me. One match in particular was the Gohan deck.
Okay.
Just to go wide on it.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
The next one, just a personal pick of mine, the Tapion Calamity Challenger. Spirit Boost 1, summons out for free on a Unison with 3 markers or more, or 3 specific or more, I can't remember. And you draw a card.
Gotcha.
It's a 20k beater. You can do it once per turn, but you draw your card, you swing with it, and even if they pop it, it's already done its thing.
Yeah, 1 energy double strike, draw a card. That's very clean.
Yep. For the last of the 4 drop, because of how I'm playing this, the hit rapid movement. This is the one where if you've got a multicolored in your energy, you combo this off, and it lowers this combo cost by 1.
Yeah, it's a free combo.
It's the free combo one, yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I do run the Kefla.
You can play this, though. Did you ever play it at all this weekend?
No, God, no, never.
Okay.
You can play it.
Yeah.
Why would you? But,
Yeah.
For 4 energy. A lot of people are running the Goku hit, the one that has Aegis.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just kind of personal preference. I wanted more shiny in my deck, so I went with this. I'm never going to play that Goku hit at all.
Makes sense.
So I'm just going to do the thing I'm just going to combo with.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then we're in the 5 drops. Pretty much God Sealing Trunks and the Baby Golden Avenger.
Staples.
Counterplays and
Trunks.
counterplays.
Yeah. The counterplays for the counterplays.
I will admit, during the 21 game, I did summon this out for 5 just to get a body on the board.
Wow.
So I could do some more stuff. I did
Interesting.
misplay in that 21 game where I played the baby first.
Yeah.
And I couldn't swing with it, and he was at 3 life, and that would have been game, but I
Oh,
still
no.
made game from that point.
Gotcha.
Where I played it, bottom decked something, drew a card, played something else, swung, like, it was like leader swing, the thing swing. I drew something off my leader, so I played another thing, swung with that, comboed the baby, and it was just an easy win.
Easy.
But like I said, during that whole thing, I misplayed because I did not read that 17-18 card where it says it rips cards out of your hand.
Yeah.
Which was very unfair. My next 2 are the 6 drops. I run 1 Fight Against Fate and 1 Secret Identity Mass Fan. Board removal and dual attack.
Yep.
Simple enough.
Nice split. You cover all your bases.
Yeah. People are saying like you should side 1. It's so strange. You draw enough.
Yeah.
Run both. But yeah, Fight Against Fate is broken. It's basically a close to win card, if not a win card, and this will just wipe the board. This helped a lot with the Xeno Trunks plays because they're playing all the little 1-drops at the
Yeah, that makes
When
sense.
you negate, warp a card. When you untap, warp a card. It was pretty rough for some of those matches if I didn't see this right away.
Yeah.
But in the end, it was needed.
Yeah. Secret Identity seems like a really good card right now.
And then the Kefla,
The big girl.
Lightning Speed, just very good for 3 energy, arrival, bottom deck something, and then its effect where you discard itself, gain dual attack, tap something, and then draw 2 cards. Very broken.
Yes. Very annoying card.
Very annoying. For the most part, this was not really my game ender. It was more so just a turn extender.
Yeah.
But it was devastating at certain points in the matchup. And then the final battle card is the Baby Hatch Secret Rare. One of the best Secret Rares in the game, especially for blue. Just time walk the turn.
Yeah.
Like they can still do stuff, but they can't attack, so you're safe. I didn't run into hardly any yellow players, just the 2 Zamasus. I was countered once, but it wasn't against the Baby Hatch Secret.
Gotcha. Yeah, you got to watch out for yellow and I guess even blue with the counters.
Well, yeah, the ape would have been devastating, but I had my own ape.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that was the thing getting the wins for me.
Ape the ape.
Ape the ape. Which brings me to my Unisons. I ran a 4-2 split between Majin Buu and Baby.
Very cool.
Pretty much played for 3, plus at the 5. If they swing at it, I don't care.
Yeah.
They're going to do what they can. Like, I've had this thing take 4 hits for me in a single turn. They pass. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Plus 1, and then play this.
Yeah.
And the Majin Buu just is devastating. Double strike blocker and untaps a mono blue energy each turn. Extreme.
Yeah, very good card.
And it can dunk a card when they swing with it, a battle card. But even still, the Baby doing the -5, that was a big key thing for me for winning for a handful of the matches.
Yeah.
Because it gives your leader 25 in double, or 15 in double strike, so he's a 30 double strike starting.
Yeah.
And if you have, if you have the Baby Golden Avenger in your hand, you discard 2, play it. So
Yep.
it's always going to go through unless if they block or anything like that. Even on the attack where they would to negate it, that's fine. If I don't have the Baby, I can still play the Boo.
Yeah.
Or even swing with that.
Yeah, you still have a ton of value.
Oh yeah. Which brings me to the last of the extra cards of the main deck. Sensu Bean for 1, Dimension Magic for 2, and Realm of the Gods, Destroyer Beerus.
Interesting.
This card is insane. It's a offensive and defensive Goku Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Ultra Instinct. On the defensive swing, you bottom deck a 2-drop and you draw a card.
Very nice.
Gains 10k. On the attack, offensively, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost greater than and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck.
Wow. So yeah, you can do both ends of the spectrum on that.
Both. Looking back, I maybe would have run 3 of this.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just being as defensive as it can be and offensive as it can be. A lot of people are playing these now because they work with Unison swings.
Yep.
Just
Yeah, it just says choose one of your cards, right?
I mean, you can give it to your energy if you really want to, but I think that's kind of a moot point.
Very cool.
Yeah, really nice, and it gets around like stuff like piano for King Piccolo.
Gotcha.
There.
All right, we got a side deck to go over.
Side deck for the mirror match, or even playing against the Frieza that untaps.
Oh yeah,
something.
Golden Frieza still around.
Golden Frieza, and I did see it closer to mid tables.
Okay.
And it was like a blue-yellow version. I was just kind of peering over. I'm like, oh, that's weird. But yeah, this absolute, for the mirror match. If they untap, you just ruin their day.
Yeah.
Also for the mirror match, Jiren Survival of the Fittest. This
oh
was,
yeah.
I sided this in against the Android 21 player because I didn't know what route they were taking. And this was the card that won me the game.
Gotcha.
Because I just played it for 2, swung, called it a day.
Still a body to attack with, right?
But this is a counter for the Android 17, where you play for 7. You and your opponent should basically take your hands, put them in the deck. Your opponent takes their drop air, puts it in the deck.
Interesting. So you were siding this in for the mirror mainly?
For the mirror mainly.
Okay.
I didn't main any of these because I'm looking at it best of ones. We're not going to 7 hardly.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. Honestly, I never sided this in.
Yeah.
Against any of my matchups. But still a very good card, and this is a very good card for the mirror because you don't lose your hand.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Alright.
These out of the way. The next one, the Gohan and Piccolo Skilled Shared. This was for board presence removal. Take 2 3-drops and I think put them in the drop area. Just a very nice card. Might have wanted to do 2 of these, but I only had the one on, so I really couldn't.
Fair enough.
This very good card for blue.
Absolutely.
Next one, Mechikabura.
Mechikabura.
This was more for the red U7 Goku deck because during their turn 4 and 5, they can play the Goku and then the Vegeta, or the Vegeta to just try to kill you. So I would try to call this out every time.
Okay.
I only did it once and it paid off, but I should have honestly, because I had him on me, I should have played Koitsukai.
Yeah, Koitsukai is very devastating right now.
But I wasn't thinking of that. But still, Mechikabura, a decent card, still in the meta.
Absolutely.
Also for the red U7 matchup, the Oceanus Negate. Basically, you negate if they want to mill, or if they got a swing, they got to mill 4 cards.
Yeah.
So basically, just speed it up, and it's a blocker too. This thing, negate. All right, I'm trying to go for game swing. They mill 4 block.
Yeah, that card's very gross against U7. I think that's why so many people are running that Vegeta counterplay now.
Yeah.
It's because of cards like this.
I did have this go off twice on me, and then I had it, because I would usually side that card in. I was hit by it by the Vegeta once. And
okay.
It's just, you tap 2, and it's like, no.
Yeah, it feels bad.
One of my
the spice.
favorite cards, because I play Agent's Destruction. This is my most hated card as well, because it's a negate. You can either take a card, ignoring barrier, that's a 1 cost or less, put it at the bottom of your owner's deck, or you take, I think, a 1 cost and put it in your opponent's life.
And you can draw a card and untap it, and tap one.
I think it's just untap a card.
Switch one of your blue
It is. Oh yeah, it is draw and switch. Okay,
so it can be free, but then they get an extra life. So.
Well, you draw a card. Always remember.
Yeah, that is true.
And then the last card, Dirty Burst. This was for the U7 matchup. Tap 2, counterplay, draw a card.
Yeah.
They can't attack with 7 or higher, or it's just a negate.
Very clean.
Very clean.
If they tap 4 for Goku and they can't even use it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Extremely nice. This helped me a lot for a few of the games that were playing stuff. 1, it's an extra negate, and 2, if they do play the counterplay, you draw a card and then go from there. Big shout out to Ben, who was the one who gave us the inspiration, me and my friend, to build the deck. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. That's why I was playing it for him, and kind of a revenge thing because during Gen Con, he used my literal deck and got 2nd place with it.
Oh, no. Well, there you go. You got your revenge.
I got my revenge. I got my time.
Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by, Derek. All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace.